The ghoul and the elf's final battle attire. It looks like the preparations are finished. Reveria, let me be honest, I never intended to let you join this operation. I completely understood what choosing to work together with the Xenos would mean to you. But then you stood right back up. It was like I never should have been worried to begin with. I met that boy. He's always moving forward no matter what he faces. So I thought I could do it too. Then I guess I should thank him someday, that boy. That changed your heart. We'll make it back no matter what. I'm going to put an end to everything. Well, is she level 4 now? Yep. And that's the level that we held back on last time. What you have stored up in your abilities are now reflected in your extra points. S960. It's nothing to be scoffed at. That uniform over there is a present from us. We wanted to give it to you to celebrate. It's fine. I never thought the efforts we had prepared would end up being shown off like this. I'm glad you stood back up. You're a fully fledged adventurer now, no matter what anyone else says. Make them pay. Sacred Prelude. Now is the time. This is it, sister. We'll protect the peace of the city and get revenge. This is just like the great feud. I will not be slain, sister, even if they come at me with a suicide attack. I won't leave you alone. I'll continue to fulfill my duty. You better not trip up after saying all that. That's to be expected before a decisive battle. One to 3 will enter Knossos from above ground, while squads 4 to 6 will come in from the 9th floor. It will help us avoid any loss of speed caused by overcrowding in the area. We'll lead this squad 2 from above ground, alongside Gareth and Tatsubuki, and squad 3 Shakti and I will command squad 1. Tion and Tanya will be in squad 4, Bet and Leferia. I want you to enter the dungeon with squad 5. Has changed to just like Belle. Me too, I have something that I have to do too. Listen up. We are about to begin the operation as you have been told. Each one sent out for the 10th floor. Our goal is to destroy the 6 demi-spirits. There will be no wealth to be won from this battle, no fame. We will be facing almost certain death and no one will know it. We will be thrusting ourselves into mortal combat with no reward. Those who die here will have their names engraved into tombstones without anyone ever learning of the bravery, just like the honest is familiar. However, we must not let those deaths be without meaning. No, the same goes for those that will inevitably be lost in this battle. I will not let those sacrifices be in vain. Excuse me. If we must fall to save others, it's a fate worth continuing. In exchange for the sacrifice, we must become more relentless warriors. Our lives must be used to prove their lives were not wasted. There is no atonement, no condemnation. There are no adventurers who wished for any of these sins. They want one thing and one thing only: make that God of you, what? God of shit and what? I skipped too fast. Engrave the names of voices and voices of those who have joined the funeral procession in the heavens in your hearts, then claim victory. History is repeating itself with us at the center stage. Like the heroes of the past who protected humanity and struggled against destruction that threatened the world. Yes, this is the story that will never be told. This battle will not bring riches, nor will it bring glory, but we will become the nameless heroes who save this world. A thousand years from now, we will become the cornerstone of the mortal realm's peace. We will write the opening chapter to a new oratoria. Begin the operation. On my attack. Demon Gate. The flesh has ceased all activity. There are no monsters either. The first scar to the north, the second to the northeast. I'm counting on you, don't screw up. Worry about yourself, Finn. Let's tell some of Loki's secret stash when we get back. Every squad is to follow the predetermined routes and head for the 10th floor. There are 6 demi-spirits on the 10th floor. We have to take care of all of them. Don't hold me back on me. What? Don't hold me back. I came here to win. That's what I like to hear. Let's roll. This is a sword and wand. Could there be a Maydays? Quit slacking. We've got to hurry and kill that damn spirit. I'm leaving you behind if you're gonna hold us back. Nine hell, that's the gate. Gotta leave it to me. Harbinger of the end, white snow gusts before the twilight. We are going in forward. what in the that disgusting green flesh is totally different here. It's almost like a dungeon. Light strip on the floor. It's a magic circle. It must be the ritual that Loki spoke of, the sixth wind. Then if we just break up the circle, no attacking it, and trying to cut off the floor, magic won't work. What we see running through this floor is only the outer layer. It's not just the floor, the entire spirit composition, covering the whole labyrinth is a giant magic circle. You're telling me this entire labyrinth is just one gigantic medium? Clearly different. The magic particles in the air are terrible. I got a little dizzy as soon as I stepped foot here. This must be a powder keg, magic powerful enough to destroy all of Auraria. I can hear a song. The spirit's chanting, even though I can't use any magic, I know this feeling. And that voice is scary and gross. If it reaches the end of the chant, we lose. Hurry, get to the source of the chanting. Those who advance. The walls are blowing fire. A surprise attack. Was this the plan? Was the enemy? Are you telling me the dungeon itself is using magic? Damn you. A spirit doing all this. This is almost as powerful as Lefirio Revere's magic. This is way worse than a swarm of monsters. At this way, use the spirit cloth. Should resist the spirit's magic. Each squad needs to deal with the barrage using the spirit flags. It worked. We can cancel out the magic with these flags. Gather the squads into a tight formation, don't spread out. Take the spirit flags and defend against the enemy's attack. Observe the color of magic circles. Be decisive and defend with the appropriate spirit flag. Advance to the hall where the spirit is waiting. You forced me to make this bow and ass item, but at least it's not totally wasted. You really think that impotent little plume would make you put together something for no reason? It's trying to cast magic, but it's not any different from the dungeon. Anyway, it works just a hit. The Furia. It's amazing, it really is, but what exactly is it that's fueling the Furia's strength? Look at that monstrosity. The demi-spirit. Welcome in chant number 1, Hell. What even is that thing? How could something so hideous? The jewel fetus is paralyzed in the grand tenant treant. It's only repulsive, but the real target must be up there. The promised land, the salvation of heaven, summoned by the words of God. Just like the captain predicted, it's preparing for its ultimate spell. We have to destroy that female body as soon as possible. Thunder away. There are 2 different chants. The main body is the spirit continuing to chant the spell to destroy the city. And if anyone tries to stop it, those repulsive faces will eliminate them. One monster filling 2 different rules, huh? Come on, you've got to be kidding me. All 3 at once? Dispose. Every squad needs to split into parties of 5 or more. At 5 and move separately to attack. Shakti, the enemy's magic resembles the elemental spells that we dealt with on the way here. But this strength is incomparable. Even a single one of these spells has immense firepower. It's controlling the flow of magic. Bet those masks can control the labyrinth's magic. I've got some bad news. It isn't just the pill itself. The enemy can fire off blasts from anywhere, it seems. It's coming from everywhere at once. The enemy's lower part acts as defense mechanism to protect the demi-spirit's real body. Since the upper part of the body is the main demi-spirit, it's probably best to refer to the 3 faces as spirit altars. Can we win this? We have to, otherwise there's no future for a warrior. Yeah. Hurry it up, you slackers. My heart is calm, even in the midst of a fight for the fate of the city. I know what I have to do. This is my resolve. No matter what happens, I'll do what I have to. The masked creature. Is that the Dialis orb? There's no those here. What good is that going to do? Out of the way. What? The flesh covering the floors receding was an inlet for the orb. Fall. Shit. The creature jumped down with them. The flesh has covered the floor again already. It's no good, Aiki. We can't go after them. We were caught in an enemy trap, and several elders fell through the shaft to somewhere below the 10th floor. No, we can't figure out where they fell, and we can't use the same pitfall because it's already been covered back up. I'll send some of the reserve forces over to you. All units halt. You came, are you? This will be the end, you and me, our final battle. Don't lose, beat her, come home. You don't need to make a speech or anything, I'm sure. And no last words, not necessary. I'm going to defeat you. I will defeat you and put an end to all of this. Remember what happened on the 24th floor? After losing to me, you stopped your doll act, your eyes were flaring, and you had plenty to say. Then let me repeat what I said back then. I will not lose to you. Here I come. What? Tempest Avenger. The chanting stopped. Residents no fear. Ace. What the hell? What were you hiding in that body of yours? Your death is what she was hiding. Nazil. Nani? I will beat you. Oh, this is sick. Oh, yeah. That was cool. That little animation. Sword and Monster Feast. The 12th floor, she blasted me through 2 entire floors. This will do. You bitch. Where were you keeping that monster? Why haven't you used it before? I couldn't. Because I always imagined you were human. Even though you have extreme power somewhere in my heart, I thought you weren't a monster. since we could communicate with each other. But after fighting him, he taught me I need to use everything I have to beat you. Those are monsters who can speak human words. There was a dragon with a human heart. The exact opposite of you. You have a monster heart. I will be the one to decide who is a person and who is a monster. I'll decide with my own eyes who to use this power on. You have changed. You have changed. Slowly different from our first encounter. Your eyes never looked like that before. When your eyes were black all the way to the bottom, and they were similar to your ours. What changed you? How did you become that strong? For the first time, I'm a bit curious about you. Oh yeah, until today, you were my everything, stealing you away was my job. Everything in this world is worthless. I'm not even sure what meaning there is in doing this. Even though I have something that I must protect at all costs, it's really just inertia pushing me forward. But when I'm chasing you, when I'm facing off against you, surprisingly, that may be the only time I feel pleasure. Adventure. That must be why I'm so happy to face off against you now that you have changed into this. You are my enemy, and a stepping stone. I will defeat you and then fulfill my wish. That is your nature, or your dollish face and a childish determination. And that's just fine. You're fine just the way you are. Come, you useless fragments. The flesh is absorbing her. No, wait, that's armor. And if you have changed, then I have changed too. This is our final battle. Clash in wills. I found you. Don't you think it's time we ended this? You actually came. That hurts. Your claws are digging into my shoulders. Sorry for forcing you to fly me down this hole. But parachuting with a monster was a neat experience. It sure has changed. Ganesha Familia did a damn fine job clearing the path to you all the way here. You don't need to guard me anymore. I mean, I was just dragging you along on my whim. I'll be fine. There aren't any more monsters around. You should go help out with the big fates. If that is what my lady wishes, I'll be on my way. Time to retrace Dionysus's steps. I'm telling you, Anya's Dionysus. He didn't actually die. The monsters have all returned to ash. They completely devoured friends and foe alike. Here's the room that had the ceiling blown wide open. And this smell, there's no mistaking it's the same smell as in Dionys's wine cellar. You found me. Just you and your children, homies. A miscalculation, or rather a misfortune. It would have been nice if some of Arroyo's mercenaries had come to me too. To split our forces. The preparations are complete. Whatever you may try to do now, arrest me, send me back to heaven, none of it matters. What Erebus could not, Aurora will fall. And your followers, they aren't here, or rather they aren't anywhere. Who's to say, perhaps I sent them to the den of demons, or they became fertilizer to allow flowers to bloom. Why don't you tell me? Didn't I tell you before? I'm not satisfied. I'm known as the mother of earth. The mortal realm is not as it should be, and I cannot tolerate it. I cannot tolerate its unreasonableness, its discrimination, its prejudice. I've heard it from your lips before. The very incarnation of love cannot love everything about this mortal realm and this conflict that it's caused. Don't you understand why Let's quit this fuss. The jig is already up. There it is. I expected them to have a secret path for when those stronghold was about to fall. So you're on you. What did you say? This will make you more pitiful. I don't want to see that. And I don't want to see you lowering yourself to the role of a jester. As I said before, the incarnation of all incompassion love. Terrifying if you make her mad, able to lay waste to the entire world, but this kind of direct method isn't your style. You're not on you. Called it. Okay, thanks.